Fikile Mbalula is here in Wolmaransstad in the northwest. He's had his inspection of the N12. It's a pothole-riddled mess that many road users have been struggling to cope with. Many of them that we spoke to earlier this morning told us that the road condition here has been left to deteriorate for far too long, and interventions that have come from local government have done very little to better the situation. We've heard from truck drivers explaining to us that they don't only have to deal with the damages to their trucks, but also losing their loads trying to traverse this here road. But the minister has made some promises. He says that Sanral will be intervening, and he's got 45 million set aside for the intervention in cleaning this road. Minister, you've come, you've walked these potholes as I'm walking them now. What intervention are you bringing? That 45 million, we shouldn't have been in this place in the first point. This, you said in your words, is a typical example of corruption that serves the very few.
Yeah, when you look at it, you won't see it as corruption. You will see that, it is just something that is happening somewhere. What happened here is that at some point the provincial government took a decision and promulgated that part of this national road will be repaired and maintained by the provincial government. That did not happen. The money was rolled over, but the road, as you look at it from Johannesburg and even beyond here, going to Kimberley and so on, is in perfect shape. But the money was rolled over and not utilized. And that is a bad policy decision. And it is wastage because the road is not maintained, and it is where it is now. So nonetheless, we are advancing in terms of rectifying that policy with the province. The Premier will hand over and ask the road to be handed over to Sanral. We'll be taking over the road as Sanral, and then 45 million is allocated to begin immediate work. And then in the long term, Sanral will take over the entire road. And I will be here in a month's time. And then in 6 months' time, this road will, all of it be fixed. I will be back. I will also be back in a month's time when work will have begun. And then the employment and the process of fixing the road will have begun. So we can't overemphasize the fact that this is a mess and it's a disaster and it's a wrong decision in itself. And it is not only here in Makwasi Hills. As you go to Mafikeng, you also have that, where the province took a decision. These are decisions that were taken in an era in which governance was in a particular state. But it's ANC government, all of it. And we own up to the mistakes and we rectify them. But we cannot lie to our people and say to them that the decisions that were taken were not erratic and were not propelled by corruption. It is clear that it is corruption, and then it's a javelin game, and that is what it is. So give it, and then I'll get it that other hand. I'll get it that other side. Why will you have a road, national road, cut into pieces? The other part belongs to national and the other belongs to the province. And the province does not fix the road. What is that? It's a mess. And we are fixing that mess now, and that is what we are doing.
But it brings to question the relevance of these office bearers. We've got local and provincial authorities. They are not acting. Do we need to see the minister come down to our province and fix our roads?
Well, it doesn't have to be like that. It has to be like that in this particular instance because this is a national road. And I'm happy that we have gone a long way to arrive at this decision. Even those who are part of the decision, let them see the mess they've plunged this road in and the province. And the humiliation, it's beyond humiliation, it's catastrophe. It's a total disaster. Yes. And what has happened here in Northwest and what is happening here must actually inform our decision making in other provinces.
Well, certainly, thank you so much for your time. A disaster, an utter mess described by the Minister there of Transport, explaining to us there that this condition should not have been left to deteriorate to this level. At this juncture, he has set aside 45 million to intervene here. We hope that in future, he says it will be fixed in 6 months. He's given us that timeline. We'll be back here to see if indeed 6 months from now, this road will be better. From us here in the N12, back to you in studio.